Make the strings louder.
Alright, so starting off today, I went ahead and the other night I got the dash and everything all put together as far as the wiring harness and everything underneath it. I cleaned the wiring harness, got all the little dash vents and stuff hooked up underneath it, so that should be good to go. I do need to install the wiring harness that goes underneath the dash, which is that one, and the harness that goes underneath the carpet and goes back to the taillights and all that stuff. But before I do that, you can see that this firewall is pretty bare right now. There's nothing on it, there's no foam, there's no sound deadening. And this is what is typically in the car. You can see how it kind of has like a tar on the front of it, and then on the back it has like some spray foam looking stuff. So anyhow, it kind of had a little bit of a musty smell to it, so I did end up soaking it in kind of my water and vinegar tub right here. I let it sit in there for like 2 days. Oh, that looks nice. So I let it sit in there for like 2 days and then rinsed it out and let it sit out in the sun. So I believe what we're gonna do is install this 3M sound deadening pad. So it's basically adhesive on the other side. It's not Dynamat, because I would say it's almost better. I've heard things about Dynamat, how the aluminum on it makes it kind of like, I don't know, I'm not an expert on it, but I've heard this stuff is really good. And it's not really that expensive. There's 10 sheets in here. And I think it was, I don't know, like 80 bucks or something like that. I'd have to look. I got it from DNS, but really cool stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this out. And I have used Dynamat before in my truck and stuff, doing like a little bit of sound system stuff. So one thing I kind of like about this is that it's actually a little bit thinner. So it seems like it'll be a little bit more workable. And it's got this really, really sticky adhesive on the back. So I'm excited to throw that in there. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this dash bar out real quick and I guess just start laying down a couple strips. I'll probably do a couple little strips like down in these little troughs like that. Probably along the tranny tunnel, because we don't want that thing kind of resonating a little bit on the roof too. And yeah, I guess that's the first process of today. And so the goal today is to actually get the dash in, the harness, the HVAC box, all that stuff in, so it actually kind of looks like a Supra. We'll hook up like the steering wheel. We might put the factory radio in there just for funnies. I do need to get a double din, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead. Alright, so I've been doing a couple little pieces in here. I'm not going 100% crazy and like actually covering up like the whole entire dash, just because there's so many little holes and bolts and little crap like that would be kind of a pain in the butt to work through. But it definitely makes it less like a tin can. The one thing I think is really going to help is doing it on this roof up here. So if you hear that, I mean, it just sounds like a tin can. So we'll just. So I'm gonna go ahead. I just got 2 big strips right here, and I'm gonna put one on each side, and kind of see how that goes. Maybe we'll do a couple little strips, maybe like 3 or 4 strips. Maybe I'll cut these like right in the center, or something like that, just so I could space them like evenly across. And I mean, I really don't feel like this whole box is maybe 20 pounds, so I don't really think it's that big of a deal to add this stuff to the car. Especially since some of the factory sound deadening had already got taken out of it, and just kind of putting it back in place. So I'm not going to worry about back here too much right now, because my primary focus today is to get the dash and the wiring stuff in here, and then I'll focus on that stuff before we put the carpet and everything. But I'm not sure if I'm going to put the carpet in like right away yet, just because I'm going to be in and out and in and out, and I don't really want to be getting all my footprints like on the new carpet, where I have to vacuum it out, where you can see it's already like dusty and stuff from the shop. But I'm gonna continue. Alright, so I got it all stuck up there, got some little H's, I guess. We'll do the test again. So it sounds less tin canny. It definitely sounds a little bit more solid. I mean, I probably should like almost do the whole thing, but I don't know. That'll probably be alright for now. I guess we'll see. The headliner's not too bad to get out of here. But I think I'm gonna throw a couple more pieces over there and be good. But yeah, this thing actually doesn't really have that much of a smell. I think I might go ahead and throw it in. It smells like a little bit of vinegar. Maybe I just need to rinse it out a little bit better. But I might go ahead and put that in just because it'll be in there. This thing's been keeping me cool today. I don't know what the hell's up with the weather. Well, I know what's up with the weather. Hopefully we get some rain out here. If you guys haven't, I thought it was just, it's like 85 degrees outside right now. Feels a lot cooler here in the shop, which is really nice. I've had this thing basically blowing like straight on me. And I mean, normally it's like unbearable to work in the shop. But, you know, again, shout out to Porticool for that crazy thing. But we've had some crazy fires here in Colorado. I think there's almost 100,000 acres of fire in Colorado right now. There's one fire a little bit south of me in La Vida, in like Fort Garland, and that's almost 100,000 acres, and it's burned almost 100,000 or 100 homes, which is insane. But yeah, that's crazy. We definitely need some rain. So hopefully we get a little bit of rain here in a little bit. But I'm gonna keep plucking on this thing. Alright guys, so got the dash bar in, got the wiring harness in, got that little dash pad behind it, and the moment you guys have all been waiting for. No, actually, forgot. You know what I forgot? HVAC. I forgot to put the HVAC box in. I gotta pull all this crap back out. Well, this thing. I have to pull this thing out. And then I put the HVAC box in, and then that. Dang it. That's the dash.
Yeah.
I don't know how long this has been in the process, but it's been in the process for a while.
Yeah, new. It's pretty much got dash all bolted in. I mean, it's freaking solid in there, so.
It's solid and it fits.
Yeah.
And it
nice.
sits. If it fits, it sits.
If it fits, it sits.
And then if it sits and it doesn't quite, the bolts don't quite line up, you just run them in.
Yeah, just run them.
No, we didn't do any of that.
It's 4 Ugas.
So what's crazy is literally the only wire that was messed up in this whole like under dash harness was this thing right here.
That's it.
So I'm just doing a little.
Just gonna do a
little repair.
Fix the quicks, and
But
that's
yeah.
where you get that fixed. And then, well, honestly, once that in, probably what? Some of
Dash
things.
pieces. Dash pieces.
Cluster and the dash piece, and kind of getting the rest of this looking like a Supra.
It's kind of crazy.
Right.
Like how fast it could go, but like how slow it could go at the same time
Yeah.
if you're waiting on stuff.
Yeah. Not waiting on much though. Pretty much got most of everything.
If you're waiting on the poop to clean itself
Yeah,
up
waiting for the poo-poo to go away.
by itself, and it never
Yeah.
did. So
Never. Yeah, pedals are all in there. The clutch and the brake booster. You probably saw that in the time lapse, but It's getting there. It's coming together. I mean, soon it'll be looking like a, not like a bare shell that you picked out of a field, huh?
I don't know.
Look at that quarter, though. Look at that quarter. That quarter is straight every time I look at it. It's just like...
You're like, damn, that's a straight quarter.
Yeah.
Grab the
Stendo antler? Extension cord?
yeah.
When I'm gone, oh honey, though our friendship ceases from now on.
This cut is fresh.
So if I ever need to take a car for a test drive, I guess I could use this wireless Milwaukee light. I could just, instead of having it on the inside, I could just put it on the outside and have myself a little light bar. But yeah, I mean, look at that. I don't think I ever, I don't know. I mean, I knew it was possible, but holy crap. That's interesting. I mean, that's freaking Supra. Dash and interior and stuff. I feel like this video got pretty short because we didn't really film a whole lot. We pretty much just time-lapsed and did. So I'm really stoked on how this interior turned out so far. These interior pieces obviously aren't perfect, but you know, they're all right. I'm kind of deciding or not whether I want to, you know, actually go through and repaint them, like the whole things. For now, I kind of just want to get the car running, and I could probably do that like maybe this winter or something because it doesn't really bother me that much. But now that it has a brand new dash, you know, I kind of want to make it really nice in here. I do want to get the 3-spoke steering wheel on here, or find a 3-spoke steering wheel. But yeah, I mean, it's just crazy, like looking at this thing and seeing that it actually has a complete dash with vents and gauges and a radio and all that crap. I don't have the code for this. I really wish I did. But so since this car was the twin turbo 6-speed one, I think it was like the more premium package. So it had the factory amp that goes underneath the seat over there. And it's really weird because there's not actually a plug-in on the harness for the radio. There's like 3 plugs, and then they plug into that harness right there. And then that runs over here to this factory amplifier, and then goes back up in there, and then it has a plug coming out to the radio. So if I could figure out the code, honestly, I'd probably just leave this in there for a little bit, just to, you know, just to save myself some wiring hassle. But eventually I'd like to get like a really nice double DIN that does like Android as well as like the iOS system or whatever to do like CarPlay. But it'd be cool because with the ECU master, I could hook it up via Bluetooth and have like gauges and stuff on there. So I don't know. It would be kind of cool too because it has the factory subwoofer that goes like right here. You know, have like the factory subwoofer, probably upgrade the door speakers and all that stuff. I did think I was going to get a little bit more done, I guess, as far as the interior. I thought I was going to get like the doors actually hung on here, and I was almost tempted to put the carpet in here, but I feel like, you know, I just don't want to get it dirty in here, kind of going all the way around. But yeah, it's I mean, it's turning out good. I got this little pillar thing right there. Let me look at that. Like, these things kind of need restored, but I feel like finding them as a hard top is kind of a pain in the butt. even though I haven't really looked. But yeah, I got these little trim pieces. They need a little bit of restoration on them. I was looking at this wiring harness right here. So this is the one that plugs in under there, kind of plugs into this little like fuse box, goes up front, goes to this fuse box, which typically this thing just sits like right here, but since I'm tubbed and I want to have it nice and shaved and tucked, I think what I'm going to have to do is kind of similar to what we did with the giveaway car, maybe relocate that thing. I'm not sure exactly where, but I thought I might be able to stuff it under here, but I really don't want to do that because just water and crap, I don't want to deal with wiring issues with this car. Maybe if I made like a really nice box for it, or if I could get it to fit in that box. But that's just one thing I'm going to have to kind of plug it in and see, go from there, see where the wires and stuff let me put them. But, you know, honestly, if I could stick it under here and make some sort of a really nice waterproof box just for that, that might be ideal just to kind of get her on the road. The other option is I might have another harness that actually came with this car, and I could kind of destroy that one and basically just pull like the wires for like the headlights, the blinkers, the fog lights and stuff, like the radiator fan things, stuff for the AC, you know, and other little things, and then put this little fuse box, you know, maybe like, I don't know if I could fit it like in here, like in this section right there. Or if there's not really much room underneath the dash. Actually, there's like no room underneath the dash. But yeah, that's I guess that's pretty much it for tonight. It's already pretty late. I'm not sure exactly what we'll get done tomorrow. I have some other rear interior pieces, and the other ones that are broken, like that side that was on the driver's side, is good in that other car. So I'll probably steal it out of that car and try to piece together more of the interior on here. I still need to do, this car is pretty much just in compound right now, so we need to do like the final polish, but figured we'd kind of wait till we got things assembled before we did that. But you know, before I could like put the taillights and the bumper and, you know, the little trim and emblems and stuff like that on it, I need to hit it with you know, the actual final polish stage. But yeah, I don't know, lots of things. I feel like it's kind of reaching that point to where like everything's kind of coming in, and I'm not really waiting on a whole lot of things other than the clutch. I'm waiting on the clutch. But I got my all my fuel system stuff today. Some Deechworks injectors, fuel lines, a bunch of fittings, all kinds of stuff for that. I have the wiring harness for it. I'm waiting on the ECU, but I don't need that to put like everything in. I have the fuel pump, the fuel pump hanger, the fuel rail, all that stuff. So we're lots of things are happening. I don't know how much stuff I'm gonna be able to get done every day. I'm basically just gonna try to work on this thing absolutely every day up until Streetcar Takeover. That is my plan, is to try to have this thing there, whether it's running or not. I'd like to have at least the body and everything complete, and you know, be able to show you guys it there. It'd be really sweet if I actually had everything in, but you know, it's one of those things. I'd probably have like the ECU and, you know, the clutch and engine and tranny in it like 2 days before, and then be like rushing to get it tuned, which, I mean, it's possible. I'll definitely try. But appreciate you guys watching. Like I said, I've been trying to do daily uploads, and I'm going to start smashing on this thing really, really hard this next like week and a half, or 9 days, or 8 days, or whatever. I'm tired. I'm going to go to bed. See you guys tomorrow.